All right, so as you've seen in a previous video, I got this for my son for Christmas. This is a used switch Lite. So I was testing it out, and we got a whole bunch of drift on this left analog stick. So instead of opening it up, cleaning it out, I just bought some replacements on Amazon, and I'm just gonna replace it. I think they give you a few extra screws right there. I have not taken one of these apart. This is actually the first one that the first switch Lite that I've even purchased. So I'm not even sure which one of these is right and which one is left. But I do know that I do believe they are different. So I'm gonna take out the old one and compare it. So I've never taken one of these apart. Don't think I looked at any videos of it, but like I said, I work in IT, so I'm pretty much all right. So to take these off, you'll need like a little triangle tip. I'm gonna see if I got one in here. I do have one, I'm just not sure if it's. Yep, I got one. All right. Take that out. So this little pack, I got this. This is used to like take apart like Nintendo cartridges, Sega Genesis cartridges. Got this a while ago. I'll link the description to this also. So right here, this is the one I need. What is it called? Trilobe, number 0. Let me see if it fits. Yep, it fits. Pop that back in there. Make sure you put all your. I think they give you some replacement screws in case you lose yours. There's not that many of them. This one right here felt like I was stripping it. I'm gonna set that to the side and probably replace that with a new one. So from what I see, one, two, three, four, and then I see these are just regular Phillips right here at the bottom next to the power port. I'm not sure if this has to come off, but I'm gonna take this one off anyway. That takes a smaller Phillips. Let me see if I got a smaller one. Yep. Smaller Phillips right there. Set that aside, separate it from the other ones. I used to record myself fixing a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of those videos on one of my computers. I had a laptop for like the same laptop for like 6 years straight, and it just ended up dying on me, the hard drive. I didn't back anything up. But I used to record myself working on stuff like this, just so in case if I forgot how to put something back together. All right, so we got 2 more Phillips at the top right here next to the bumpers. and they look like they're the same size as the bottom. So I'm gonna put those over there too. Make sure you take your game cartridge out and you ground yourself before you go inside the actual case. I've already grounded myself. As you can see, I got a bunch of electronic items around here, so I do this stuff quite often. Now you gotta look for a place to kind of pry it open. Use one of these up here by the buttons. It seemed like a good spot to start. Let me just shimmy that across. All right. This is not looking like this was ever opened before. That's a plus. I'm probably not gonna be able to do every single thing on camera because I might have to like pull it towards me, because I'm working on stuff. Sometimes I'll like pull it towards me. Let me open this up. Ain't nothing in there. You know, some people they'll like, I hate it when people like edit the video where they don't show like the hard parts. That's, you know, I'd rather you show me that so I know, you know, what not to do, or if I know if I'm coming up on something that's going to be hard. All right. So that's looking like a good spot also. So that's loose. So let's go around up here. I'm not trying to force anything. I don't want nothing to crack open that's not supposed to. I got a few pops and a few clicks right here along this edge, so I'm gonna take this around some more. Like I said, this is the first time this has been open, so you can tell if something's been open or not before, because this would have been much harder. It's looking pretty dirty in here, so I'm gonna take a So it's looking like you got to squeeze your trigger down to get that off. Yeah, it's pretty dirty in there. So I'm going to take a... Alright. So I'm going to face that down. This one over here, this is the one that we're going to be replacing. So I'm assuming I got to take... this off. You could take like a Q-tip or something, but I use alcohol wipes. Take this alcohol wipe, clean this. This is the, I want to say this is the, it has to be like the power button and stuff like that. Let me look. So this, yep, this is the volume button and the power button and stuff. These shoulders are filthy. Shoulders and the triggers. All right. So I'm going to take this off. Not sure what this, I want to say this is the speaker. Wrong, I'm using the wrong screwdriver. Make sure you don't do that. That screwdriver is way too big. And it was alright. Get that screw. Set that screw right there. So it's actually three screws holding this in. I want to say it's the speaker. It looks like a speaker. I could be wrong. I don't know the name of all the components in there. Oh no, 4. Man, how am I missing all these screws? So 4 screws. And this one right here is a different color. I'm gonna just leave that in, and I'm gonna set that off to the side. Hey, I was right. So it is a speaker. Yep, speaker. You taking the? I done took Game Gears apart, Game Boys. I remember my Game Boy broke. I was so brokenhearted. We couldn't afford to get another one. I tried my best to fix it. The sound in it wouldn't come on. The screen was distorted. So I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to pop these off. This should be, this tool right here should be small enough for, yep, just pop that one up. And I believe this one does the same thing. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this off first, because we should be able to reach it without taking a bunch of stuff off. One screw. Two. I take that back. I did see somebody do a video like this. Like that was like last year though. I think somebody was putting like some cardboard in here or something like that. That was so long ago. I don't remember how they took it apart. But I do remember certain people saying, "Hey, they were online saying put some cardboard in there, they'll fix it." I wonder how long that fix actually lasts. Some stuff like that just be temporary. Even something like this can be temporary. I don't know how long these things are gonna last. Yeah. So all those screws are the same size and the same torque, so I can just leave them on there. I'm gonna set this out the way because it's another screw right here I gotta get to. What would be good if these are magnetic, these screwdrivers, but it's not. All right, so that pops off. I'm gonna clean that too. Always clean these. I've learned that through experience. Because you never know when you're gonna have to open it up again. So if you clean it, it may prevent something from breaking down up in there. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna try to keep this as connected as possible. There's a little spring back here. So I'm gonna set that over there. This should just lift up. The only thing I can think of is this right here is not allowing it to. And this might be one that you just push back and forth, but it's kind of small, so I'm gonna grab some smaller tweezers. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off in case something over here is holding this down, but I want to say it's this that's holding it down. I'm gonna take this, I think this is a heat sink. And I'm gonna keep the screws, since this is gonna be one of the first things I put back on there, I'm gonna keep the screws kind of on each side where they go. This option is, in my opinion, a lot better than sending it off to Nintendo. Especially with the supply chain problems we're having, you don't know when you're getting something back. I've been buying stuff and haven't been getting it. I've been getting stuff like 3-4 weeks later than when it was supposed to come. And it's just aggravating. So there's 1, 2, 3. So far there's 4 screws. Let me try to lift it up a little bit. One more. I think we have another screw right here that's keeping it down. These little tweezers come in handy. Make sure you get a pair of these. They make plastic ones too, if you're scared about shortening something out. Oh man. Is that thermal? This might be thermal paste. Yeah, I think it is. I do have some thermal paste that I can just reapply. Anytime you take something off and you see thermal paste, you want to clean it and put new thermal paste on. So that's what I'm gonna do right there, since I took that off. Even though these things don't get that hot, you'll probably get away with not doing that. It's just something that I'm used to doing. Oh, see, so yeah, so this had a another screw right there. That's what was holding it down. Another screw that I didn't see. That's why you lift stuff gently. You don't want to just go to prying stuff off. Especially because I learned that by working on cars. You don't just go to grabbing stuff and trying to pull it off. You mess up stuff big time. So that goes right there. So I'm pretty sure it's the ribbon cables that's holding this in like this. Yep. So this ribbon cable, this goes to the that actually goes to the it goes to the thumbstick. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that off. So we can't leave that one on. Let me see. Man, it's so small, dude. So that just pulled out. And I'm gonna slide that to the side. Be careful, there's a little black part up under here that wants to grab when you're taking this out. So I'm gonna turn it upside down and get the screws up out of there. Now I'm gonna look at these to see which one is which, or if it's just the same, it doesn't matter. Man, I'm looking at it. 998T. $999L. Dude, this is actually something I should probably look up before I put these on there. Oh man. See, if these had the same part number, I wouldn't be as nervous. But on the back, they have different numbers. And I'm trying to see how they shape different. All right, you know what? Since this has L on there, I'm going to say this is left. And we're going to try it out. And if it doesn't, we'll just take it off, redo it. Tighten that back down. Get the other one. Oh, shit. Man, I just dropped my first screw on the floor. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, people. Ugh, I keep dropping this one. This is so annoying. I think sometimes what works is rubbing a piece of metal against another piece of metal. I guess that won't work either. I'm just gonna use this tweezer to set it up in there. Because that screwdriver just wasn't working. Drop that up in there. Screw that up in there. Let me get another alcohol wipe. Clean this. Clean that board. And also clean the D-pad. Take that ribbon cable. I want this ribbon cable to be up when I pull this down. I'm gonna line this up. Yep. All right, so that's lined up. Now I want to take this, slide this back in before I go to screwing stuff in. Oh man. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. I want to say I'm missing something right here. I probably need to I know sometimes you can push these out and then they'll click in, but I'm not feeling this pushing in or out. And I don't want to force it too much and end up breaking nothing. Man, probably gonna have to look at a video on that part. I don't see none of those moving. Let me look something up real quick. All right, so what was going on is instead of having a black part over here, they have a tan part. So it's like all one color. So it flips up right here. So I guess whatever model this is, they decided not to use the typical, because usually all of these colors on the flip part be different on computers and everything. So like this, see how this one is like this one is black, but the flip part is white. So I mean tan. So this whole thing is tan. So this flips up right here, and then you can slide that back down in, and then you're gonna flip this back down, and it's gonna clip. So that's that. Then this part is already flipped up. So I'm gonna put that in. Then you can flip that part back down with your hand. I'm gonna set my volume. I'm gonna put the power and the volume back where it's supposed to go. Seat that in. Seat all this in. I'm gonna put that screw that goes into that board back in there. Yeah, because when I looked online, everybody who was taking one apart, theirs they had a black flip part right there. Theirs wasn't tan like that one. When I didn't look on YouTube. I looked YouTube. I looked at like some online forums. Let me move this out of the way. I keep grabbing the wrong screwdriver. All right. Put that down. Now I'm gonna grab the thermal paste. All right. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna clean that old thermal paste off best you can before you put that heat sink back on there. Good thing about this alcohol wipes is everything dries fast, so you don't gotta wait that long. This stuff air dries basically. But also you don't want to do it too rough because you don't want to leave any like fibers from the alcohol wipe in there. A lot of people use like I use Q-tips also, so you still gonna run the risk of leaving behind residue. This part, whatever stuff was on there, it was heavy duty, man. Pink stuff. Good thing about this is these factories, they usually don't use high quality stuff. Let me see if I still got. Yep, I still got some Arctic Silver 5 here. Let me see if this is the old. I have an old one and a new one. One of them was dried up. Let me make sure this isn't the dried up one. Yeah, that was the dried up one. So everywhere that you've seen where that thermal paste was at, that's where you want to put it. And then I usually take like an old credit card. This is a credit card from like 2012. So if you do see the numbers on it, it's not active. All right, so that should be good to go right there. Now, if that right Joy-Con goes bad, we're gonna have to do all this stuff all over again, which would suck. So I want to line this up the right way. Make sure it's clicked down where it's supposed to go. Start getting those screws back into the plate. Then one went in the middle. It is not easy working with these little screws. I don't think that one went right there. I think this one went up here, yeah. Ah, fuck. If your neck is feeling a little sore or stiff, that's normal when you're working on stuff like this. I would say take a 1 or 2 minute break, then get back to it and get it over with if you're feeling that. Alright. Now I am going to test it before I put the rest of this back together. Oh, I think that's the wrong screw. Yep, wrong screw. This screw is yellow. For whatever reason, I got like these little yellow highlighted screws in here. Alright, now where is the power button? You don't need the bumper. Alright, so my phone decided to stop recording and I didn't notice it. But the teardown is the most important part. So it works. I got everything put back together. I put those 2 bottom screws in. I put all the screws back in that goes on that shield for that heat sink. The top screws by the power button and the game cartridge slot. And it works. I tested all the buttons. All the buttons are functioning. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking out the video. Make sure you like, subscribe. Peace out.